Hello and welcome to the video series where I take Japanese snacks and somehow design weird characters from them. If you don't know what TokyoTreat is, it's a monthly subscription box for delicious Japanese snacks. Follow a link in the description if you want to get your own box and to help this channel out. This month we are going to be designing mermaids for Mermay. Mermay is a month-long challenge where you draw a mermaid every day. I'm not doing that, but I will be designing them off of these snacks. At least that's what I did last year. This year I'm going to be designing them in a sad way. We're going to be using the packaging to design pollution and littering to design mermaids. It's a sad subject, but let's get on with it. So our first mermaid is going to be designed off of these Calvi potato pizza mayo mentaiko chips. Wow, just look at the cheese on that chip. This is the cheesiest chip I've ever had. Which then I realized the potato chip flavor was actually some sort of mayonnaise topped pizza, so that was probably a glob of cheesy mayonnaise, which honestly, I'm okay with. So moving on with our first design, we are starting off strong with a potato chip bag, which I'm sure is an offender for a lot of pollution on this earth. And by pollution, I mean litter? Is that the same thing? And just to let you guys know, I will probably be making a lot of jokes and laughing about us killing the earth, which I do not think is funny and I do think is pretty sad, and I do recycle and I use reusable things, but you know, we're here to have fun, right? So I'm going to try to have fun with these designs without being too sad about us killing the earth. So anyways, we have a mermaid that has made home in a chip bag. So instead of scales, they have adapted, maybe, I don't know if you can call it adapted. Oh, I was thinking that maybe they're just wearing it, but honestly, they could be more of a hermit crabby type of mermaid. So they have chosen this bag that kind of looks like a mermaid tail as their new home. Not sure. Either way, I think this guy is pretty cute. Also, I tried to make his hair kind of like a wavy chip. So these designs are mostly around the packaging, but also I do get a lot of influence from the snack itself. Either way, I love this guy. Our next snack is this Ginza Matcha chocolate corn puffs. The star shape is adorable and they pack quite a matcha flavor. So this one is definitely more on the weird side and definitely doesn't make any sense. Originally, I was thinking about having a mermaid being strangled by the string of the tea bag. I thought that would be kind of maybe too sad and too real. So I thought, hey, why not give this mermaid the tail of a tea bag, which again makes absolutely no sense. And at this point, it kind of looks like he has an explosion of pubic hair with a tea bag that got tangled into it. So where are the rest of his organs and his butt? I have no idea. Let's not think too much about this guy because I don't know what I'm doing. Overall, I think at the end of this one, I was like, I don't know what I created and it makes no sense and I kind of want to redo it, but at the same time, I need to share with the world this abomination. A tea bag tangled up in his pubes. I don't, please, next mermaid. Our next snack is this tiny little strawberry, nope, that's a cherry mochi. In the end, it's just a chewy little cherry candy trying to be a mochi. So mochi don't really have packaging, I guess, if you bought them at the store, and obviously for this snack they had plastic, but just putting a mermaid in a plastic bag was kind of boring, so I thought I would play around with the toothpick that came with it. So being a cherry flavored snack, I made the mermaid reflect the cherry in the sense that cherries are usually represented with a stem and then two cherries coming off of it. So I drew a twin mermaid with a toothpick sticking through it because the whole premise of the mochi is that you stick a toothpick in it. So this one's really morbid, but I just really enjoyed playing around with the simple idea that there is a twin mermaid to represent cherries and they're very simple but really cute, and the toothpick is just one of those really simple items that you think would be very damaging to be floating around, you know, in the ocean. And even though this mermaid is cute, it's still a sad situation. Okay, here we go. I can get this one right. Next up, we have the strawberry mochi. Now this, unlike the cherry one, is a mochi snack. It's chewy, slightly sweet, and overall, I love it. So being our second mochi snack, and again I was like, well, we just have a plastic bag thing. I thought I would try to show these mermaids being packaged up kind of like fish, like in a grocery store. Because mochi, I guess, would also be packaged in a very similar fashion with a styrofoam thing on the bottom and then plastic wrap on top. So we have a bunch of packaged mermaids. They are very fish-like, but they're just so silly. I think mermaids are the most fun thing to make look so stupid. I mean, we're talking about a half fish, half person here. Would you eat a mermaid if it looked like a fish, but also it had arms? Would you eat that? Ugh. I'm not really into seafood, so I'm going to have to take a hard pass on that one. Anyways, these little mermaids were really fun to design. Each one has a different hair, different color. I think they're just so simple and cute, and I should do something more with them in the future. But anyways, we have some packaged mermaids looking sad. One escaped, and the others are doomed. Next up, our umaibo of the month, we have Sugar Rusk Umai Bar. This umaibo has a very familiar taste, almost like a sweet cereal. Not a bad umaibo. So something I've noticed about the umaibo packaging is I always have a struggle getting the umaibo out. Now I know what you're thinking. What the heck, Kasey? Just open up the dang umaibo packaging, rip it open, and take the dang thing out. I know. It sounds simple, but I want to save the snacks for my husband to also try. Not only that, but there are 14 dang snacks in this box, and we cannot sit there and eat them all in one sitting, so you gotta reseal them. So I have to reseal them, so I open them up at the very end just to make sure I make the smallest hole, and I try to push the umaibo out, and it's really difficult, so that's the inspiration for this snack. So basically we have a mermaid who has pushed her way through this packaging and got stuck. If you noticed, I originally made her boobs much bigger, but it just kind of felt not the sort of thing I normally draw. It felt weird. I didn't like it. Her boobs are still big, but they're not that exaggerated. And there you go. Our mermaid stuck in a tube. Our next mermaid will be designed off of these Choba Choba cookies. These little cookies are so crunchy and they have the slightest hint of sweetness, perfect for snacking. So the inspiration from this one, I'm gonna have to do some explaining because this one got kind of off-topic-y. So a cookie package is just more plastic, more bag. So I wanted to get a little more creative. So when I think cookies or cookie dough, I think of those logs of cookie dough. Do you know what I'm talking about? I hope you do, because this is going to sound weird. So basically you can buy these logs of cookie dough wrapped in plastic and the ends are tied off and it kind of looks like a garbage can. Originally, I think I was going to color it to look like cookie dough log packaging until I thought it would be kind of cute if I did just literally turn this merman into a garbage bag merman. So his tail is wrapped up in this garbage bag. He's got a hat that's made out of a garbage bag. And he's holding a spoon because I thought, you know, if you were anything like me, you definitely ate those logs with a spoon. Wow, that just sounds so weird. And I'll be honest, with the hat, I kind of thought that this character would be, you know, stoned and snacking on cookie dough. And one last little detail, if you've noticed, I've been putting a circle of color behind all of these mermaids. So for this one, I put a circle of trashy, dirty cloudage. And there you go. There's that guy. Next up, the new Mochitaro Puffs. Super crunchy, a little salty, and they kind of taste like a fried food, which isn't a bad thing. So I was a little stumped what to do for this one. It was just these little fried little dudes in a plastic bag. Every time I say that, I feel guilty. I was also getting a hint of just some sort of generic cereal taste out of this one because it was a rice-based thing and lots of cereals are rice-based. So with that, I thought I would do a cereal-based mermaid. So of course, we've got a plastic bag inside of a cereal box. So we have a mermaid that has gotten stuck inside of this plastic bag and she is looking out wishing to get help, hoping that maybe her little fishy friend will help her out. And of course I had to design the box with some sort of mermaid or ocean theme. It is just called Cereal Lows, but there's a mermaid on it and some treasure. So this one's really cute, sad but cute. Our next snack is this Doughtaro Crispy Flakes that is upside down. These are basically crunchy little curry flakes, and I love curry, so I love these little guys. So because this snack is ramen based, I had to think of a packaging that was ramen based, which luckily there is. We have our cup noodle packaging, which is styrofoam, I think, which isn't that the worst packaging ever because it doesn't really disintegrate or anything. So we have our cup noodle packaging, and I thought it would be really clever to make our merman designed around an octopus to make their tentacles look like noodles. You know, how clever am I? I'm just so creative. Definitely didn't do something similar last year. So at first glance, it might look like this merman has made their home out of this cup noodle, but no. They are stuck and they are trapped and they can't get out. And also they are holding a chopstick, even though it just looks like they're holding a plank of board or something. Overall, I do really like this guy. One of my favorites for sure. Sad but cute, as usual. Next is this Hello Kitty strawberry lollipop. It's a strawberry lollipop. Not much to say about it. So the inspiration for this mermaid is the stick, as you can already see. Now, this mermaid kind of looks like it is based more on the snack than the packaging, but I do think the idea for this one came from those really crazy incidents that I feel like you used to hear about more often than you do now. Stuff where someone got hit with a nail gun or something and it just happened to miss like every nerve in their body, and for some reason they're surviving with a nail in their head or something. So that's the idea behind this mermaid. We have a mermaid that has been just penetrated by this lollipop stick, and you can tell that I was inspired by the fact that it's a lollipop, so the mermaid is slightly see-through, but I did think that would be more interesting for the character design. But basically she's just like, if I move an inch I will die because there's a stick inside of me. So again, sad but kind of cute. Poor thing. Our drink of the month is the Fanta Yogurt Banana Mix. Interesting. Whoa, okay, so I was really surprised by the flavor of this one. It actually tastes like banana, which is weird. I don't hate it? What's happening? All right, so of course we have a plastic bottle waste. I'm sure that's one of the biggest ones out there. Little creatures getting stuck inside of bottles. Looking back on this design, I kind of do wish I made her completely inside of the bottle and just growing into it until she's too big and then dying. Technically, I guess I did go with that idea, but instead of her entire body being inside of the bottle, it's just her tail. So I'm sure she has a lot of trouble surviving in this world because she can't use her tail to swim because it's stuck in a bottle. In fact, I have to wonder if she just kind of floats upside down all the time because the plastic probably floats. Basically, I'm sure she has a very hard time surviving with a bottle on her butt. Either way, I do think she's really cute. I think the yellow of her design with her dark skin is really adorable. Obviously, I got the color from the fact that this was a banana flavored drink. And there you go, our drink mermaid. Oh, I'm excited. Our KitKat of the month is Sakura Japanese Sake KitKats. Wow. The flavor is really interesting. It's kind of sweet, but also it's got that alcoholic-y sort of taste to it. It's interesting. So if you aren't new to these TokyoTreat character design videos, you're probably expecting me to want to cut this character in half in a similar fashion to how KitKats get split in half. Well, you're not wrong, but I didn't do it, and I kind of do regret it, but I still love her. This is probably my favorite mermaid of the batch. So because the flavor of this KitKat is a sake flavor, I wanted to put her into a sake bottle. It's just unfortunate that, just like the mochi snacks, we have the two drinks back to back, so the designs are kind of similar in a way. This was also the first mermaid I designed. I basically just put her head in a clear bottle and just shoved her in there in a very funny and silly way. Again, trying to make light of this very sad situation. I also have some bubbles exiting the bottle, and I had a sake cup in one of them just to add that extra little detail. And I put a little cherry blossom in her hair to represent the sakura flavor of the sake. And there she is. Next up is the Ginza Rusk Pink Strawberry Biscuits. Crunchy little biscuits covered in strawberry moist goodness. Creamy. It's good. It's good stuff, y'all. So this one's really boring. I was looking at the packaging of this one. It was a very classic square box shape, and so I thought, well, I'm sure there's lots of cardboard pollution in the water. I will make a mermaid stuck in a box or something, but then I ended up just making her tail out of boxes, and it just looks like she's happy about it. So it doesn't seem like there's anything too tragic about this mermaid. I mean, eventually the boxes are going to just disintegrate into the water anyway. So even if she was stuck, she wouldn't be stuck for too long. I don't know, I think I just got really silly and wanted to create this weird boxy tail for a mermaid, and that's about that for this girl. Maybe this is the mascot for Amazon under the ocean. I don't even know. She's boring. I don't hate her. She's just she's boring. To save our DIY for last. So next we have the Choba Caramel Corn Puffs, the long boy. These little caramel corn guys are frequent TokyoTreaters, but honestly, I love them, so I don't even mind. So again, this packaging is just a plastic bag, but because they were small, they kind of gave me the idea that a mermaid could wear it as clothes by just cutting some holes in it. This is a thrifty mermaid. She's taking this bad pollution situation and turning it into something good by recycling the plastic and turning it into clothes. So she's done just that. She just took the packaging of these snacks, cut holes in it for the arms, and look at her. She is rocking that crop top. It's got a cute face on it. I mean, I would definitely wear that as a shirt if I could, but those bags are too small. And I wanted to make her look really basic because I guess I'm being rude. You know, you think crop top, you think like a girl, she's basic. So I made her brown just to make the outfit really pop because the red of the packaging was just so red. I wanted it to be the most colorful thing and make her look really on the more plain side, I guess. I also gave her a ponytail because it was inspired by the snack. And yeah, there she is, our crop top girl. And last but not least, we do have our DIY, the strawberry soft cream DIY snack. Okay, look, I'm an idiot. I put 2 tablespoons instead of 2 teaspoons of water, so I kind of ruined the snack. But we have had these in a past TokyoTreat, and they're okay. So taking from this actual packaging, again, just another plastic bag, so I really wasn't sure what to do. I even thought about, well, okay, if I took ice cream, like if I went to the store and got a gallon of ice cream or something, it was just going to be this plastic or paper container, and I wasn't feeling too inspired by it. So this one's so stupid. You know how you go to McDonald's and you get a little ice cream cone and there's that little tiny piece of paper wrapped around it? Let's pretend she choked on it, and there you go. She's dead. So, I put her on top of an ice cream cone because the snack was an ice cream. So she's choked on a piece of paper. That's her tragedy. That's her design from this packaging. And it's silly because we have her stacked on top, ironically, of an ice cream cone with some fish on top of her to look like a triple scoop. This one was just fun. It doesn't make any sense, but it was fun and silly. So why not? And there you go, 14 mermaid designs based tragically off of their packaging and how we are destroying the earth. Sorry, I did not mean to get political, I'm just trying to have some silly fun. So thank you so much to TokyoTreat for sending me these delicious Japanese snacks. If you want to get your own monthly snack box, click that link in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video. And now a huge thank you to my wonderful patrons for all of their support. You guys are the best. If you want to be in the credits at the end of my videos, see secret sketches, coloring pages, early access, and more, check out my Patreon by clicking a link in the description. Thank you guys all so much for the support. Bye!